Hi, hello everybody. We are back, GeekGirlCon 2024 live, and here with me is Christy and Jessica, the Bug Chicks. How are y'all doing today?
I'm doing really well.
Excellent. We're at one of our favorite places, so
Yep.
Can't be bad.
It makes me really happy to hear that. How is GeekGirlCon going for you two so far? Enjoying yourselves? Anything you've been interested in seeing or anything that's excited you so far?
Yes, I mean, we love to see everyone in their garb and their costumes. We love that. We're down in the DIY Science Zone a lot throughout the weekend, so we just get to see everyone coming in and getting registered and coming through, and that excitement that they bring through the door is what we really like to see.
Oh yeah, 100%. And whenever we are able to sneak out for a break,
Yeah.
we come up. And we visit the games. We visit the other folks in the DIY Science Zone.
Yep.
There's so much here.
Yeah.
And we just honestly, it's one of our favorite weekends of the year.
Yeah.
That is amazing. So for our audience who might not know who the two of you are, why don't you give us a little rundown of who are the Bug Chicks?
Absolutely. So Jessica and I are entomologists. We study arthropods. These are animals with exoskeletons and jointed limbs. And we own this small business where we travel around the country and kind of a little bit the world, and we teach about these amazing animals. We help people feel capable of anything, and we use bugs to do it because we think if you can get over your fears of animals that are really different from you, there's not much that you can't accomplish.
Nice. That was super well said, bro.
Yeah, that was absolutely.
I mean, someone write that down. Like, what did I just say? That was
No,
great.
that was absolutely amazing. So
Please
what?
go on.
So what sparked the interest in bugs specifically?
For me, it was an incredible professor, a great teacher. His name was Jim Joy, and it totally summed up how he approached the learning experience with arthropods, because I was just kind of like at first.
Yeah.
And then I took his classes, and then I kept taking his classes, and then I was working in his lab, and then I was moving on to grad school specifically for bugs. It just kind of snowballed from that one professor that I had in college.
Yeah.
Okay. Similar story for you?
Well, I have a tale of two teachers. My 8th grade science teacher told me that I had no aptitude for science. Time is the stone.
Wow.
What up? And
I hope she's watching.
yeah, she's big into Twitch, I think. And so I have a degree in theater and dance, and it wasn't until a little bit later in my life that I thought, man, if I don't get to Africa to study animals, which was what I wanted to do, I wasn't ever going to do it. And so I went and I took one entomology course, and it was with Dr. Tim Yoho, and he also brought an incredible amount of enthusiasm. And he was the antithesis of my 8th grade science teacher. And it just flipped a light switch in me. And I used to be terrified of spiders specifically, and now I study arachnids. So it can happen to you.
That is quite the segue. Theater to entomology.
Yeah.
That's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you have a bunch of fine friends with us today. One in particular that, I don't know, may or may not be a celebrity. And what, 99 Grammy nominations are we up to?
Yes.
So let's go ahead and switch to our top-down view if you want to introduce to the world.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Start strong, Let's do it. So we have this curly hair tarantula. Her name is Beyoncé. I'm gonna get her over there in just a second. So her name is Beyoncé, and this is her right here. This is her little sort of travel cage that we have her in. I'm gonna gently tap her back legs, and she's gonna walk onto my hand, and then we'll move the cage out of the way here so that we can really see what's going on. So we have had her since she was the size of our pinky nail.
Oh, no
She's
kidding.
turning 9 this month.
Wow, doesn't look a day over 2.
I know, right? She's fabulous.
And she could live to be up to 35 years old.
Really?
Yeah, this
Is-
species of tarantula.
Yeah.
I was about to say, is that standard for tarantulas, or do they live longer, shorter, or is that about an average?
So it varies throughout different species, right? This particular species, the females live up to 35 years. The males only live maybe about 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it promotes, the males wander, and so that shorter lifespan, the wandering promotes genetic diversity.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
the females burrow and they live longer.
They're
so
going to stay right down in their burrows. Now, she's a ground-dwelling tarantula, and so she'll make a deep burrow. She has these really amazing hairs, and she's a curly-haired tarantula. That's the species. And they're native to Honduras. She is captive bred. But all of these hairs eventually are going to curl, 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 and they're already starting to curl. And then she's got her little eyes here in the center. She has 8 of them, but they're teeny tiny. And then back here, she lays silk. And as she walks on me, she will be laying silk throughout the day.
Okay, I see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And Chris does this great thing when we teach with our microscopes where she goes in and she actually she gets it focused on the spinnerets, and then she will actually pull the silk out of her abdomen under
wow.
the microscope, and you can just see it like floating, this iridescent sheet of silk.
Yeah. She's really lovely. Now, is she biting me?
It doesn't look like it.
Is she attacking my face?
Not yet.
If I squeezed her, would she bite me?
I don't know. It's a good question. Would she?
She probably would. And honestly, I wouldn't blame her, right? And so what we teach and what we try to help people understand is that animals have body language and animals have limits, just like we do as humans. And we have to be able to read that and be respectful of these creatures. And we tell people, if you are not very skilled with holding things, just look. Just be respectful and just look.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, or if you're out and about and you see something and you're not quite sure what it is.
just look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now-
So this is Beyonce.
Yeah. Do you want to hold her?
Sure. Why not?
Oh yeah, let's do
Awesome.
this.
Why not?
Two
Okay.
hands flat, yeah?
Okay.
And I'm just gonna gently tap.
Sure.
Oh, your hands are so warm. She's gonna love that.
Oh, I bet.
She's gonna love that. We're never gonna get her off. Her hands. There she goes. And now you can feel
Very
the little
fuzzy.
nails, right? Yes, very fuzzy, very soft. We don't pet her because all of these hairs are very sensitive.
Right.
Those little eyes don't see very well
Yeah.
at all.
You can kind of see where they are right here
Yeah.
in that little dome. All 8 of her eyes are right there centered on that little dome.
Okay.
They see shadow and light and the sort of interplay between that. And so if we were to pet her, it would feel like if I wrapped my fingertip in sandpaper and gently pet your eyeball.
Oh, that would not feel very good.
Right? Like it would be very sensitive for her. Almost like how you don't pet a cat on its whiskers.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to try. We're going to
Sure, see, yeah,
extricate her
yeah,
from your
try.
very warm hands now.
And I'm going to bring your wrist down just
Sure.
So happy.
Oh, no. Yeah, she's at home.
Yeah, she's like, why am I going back onto these cold hands when this is where I want to live?
It's like, what are you doing to me?
And then Jessica will bring over another one of our animals, another arachnid. I think could be really cool.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that we could just compare and contrast a little bit.
Sure.
And I'm going to just slide this right over here.
Thank you.
All right. So
Oh,
this
this
is
one looks fun.
Yeah, so this is another arachnid.
Okay.
This is it's called a vinegaroon, and it is native to the desert southwest of the U.S. This one has no venom. It has vinegar that it sprays out of the end of its abdomen into the eyeballs of predators. And that's its only defense mechanism.
Vinegar. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
So that's where it gets its
Eyeballs,
name.
nasal
Yep.
passages. It's a very strong acetic acid.
It is, and when she sprays, you know it. It's a really powerful smell. You don't see it though. It's not like a stream. It's just like a little puff, and then her tail.
Okay.
Her tail does this to help aerolize that.
Okay.
And now,
And these right here, those are her pedipalps. She uses those to catch her food and bring it to her mouth.
Okay.
There we go.
but arachnids don't have antennae. So this first pair of legs are long and antenniform.
Oh,
So
okay.
they act like
So
antennae.
kind of.
And
So,
then take
you
this
can twist
hand.
that hand if you
Yep.
want.
there
Yeah.
you go. So just kind of feeling around where it's going then.
Exactly. Because
Yeah.
again, very poor eyesight. And this is a
Okay.
nocturnal creature. It
All right,
doesn't
there we
need
go.
to have great.
just gonna keep
Yeah,
walking.
we're just gonna
It's
like a
wrangle.
treadmill, right?
Blood
Wow,
wrangling.
that's
And then
really
I'll put my
awesome.
hand here. And then, if we have time, do you want to see something else?
Sure, bring out whatever you got.
mean,
I am.
I think-
you piqued my interest.
Jessica, why don't you do these
Yep,
and trade
let's
me,
trade.
trade me a box here?
All right. So these are, this is another desert species.
Okay.
These are desert millipedes. And we've got 3 individuals in here that are this dark brown color. Millipedes have 2 pairs of legs on each of their little body segments.
Okay.
and they move kind of slow. And so, because they move slow, they don't have any venom or anything like that, but they do have poison.
Oh,
Okay, then that just makes them distasteful to predators. It doesn't hurt us because we're not eating them.
okay, that makes sense.
But it helps to protect them from being eaten. So hold your hands out.
Hand out.
Sure.
Hand out. This
Nice.
is Omar.
Okay.
Jessica's Inky. This is Bumble.
Yep. And these are all the same species. They're just different color morphs.
Okay.
Just like
Ooh, that
how
feels so weird.
it feels like almost a hairbrush walking over
A little
Yeah.
bit, yeah. Oh, that's so
Yeah.
creepy. Not bad creepy, but it's
Right,
it's
just
an
that.
interesting sensation.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All
Yeah, and I'm
right.
gonna turn it over. I don't know if the camera
I
can
don't
pick up
know,
all of the little
but it is
legs.
amazing.
But if it can, that's very cool to see.
Oh,
Almost
that
like
is
eyelash.
oh, that is really cool.
Yeah.
Really neat.
Yeah, and then they can just kind of roll
just
themselves
roll
around
back
and
over.
just keep going.
They're really neat
That is
animals.
absolutely amazing.
All right. And people can learn a lot more about these at our panel this afternoon.
Oh yeah, we have a panel that we're
Yep.
Oh,
2
that's
p.m. in
awesome.
Furiosa.
That is amazing. So if anybody wants to see these live and you're here, that's going to be an interesting experience, and I'm sure you can be just as freaked out as I was. Not in a bad way, just a really interesting sensation. So for folks that aren't here,
Yeah.
where can they find you everywhere the internet is sold?
We're at the Bug Chicks just about everywhere. You can check out our website, thebugchicks.com.
We're on X, Instagram, and Facebook.
And we got our TikTok, and we're thinking about it. We're thinking about it.
we also have a lot of videos on our website too.
Yes.
So like if it's a rainy day, you want to watch something educational but fun, witty, clever, I'll say it.
Check them out. And also, if you have bug questions, if you have bug questions, you can email us, and our email is on our website, and we love to answer those emails first before business emails. So send them to us.
Amazing. Christy, Jessica, thank you so much for joining me. Coming up noon, we have Autobio Comics, a conversation with comic authors and longtime friends Maya Kobabe and Ashley Guillory. Then at 1:10, we'll be back with a chat for the importance of accessibility in entertainment. So stick around, folks. We'll be right back.